guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have good news for you guys. I don't know if it's going to be good news for people, but anyways, good news for me. So basically, I'm going to be restructuring. English is hard. I'm going to be reorganizing my YouTube page, my YouTube channel, in a way that my medical videos will go up on Wednesday and my other videos, lifestyle and beauty, will go up on Saturday, so that there will be no confusion in this uploading of a thing. You understand? So that's good for me. That's good for you. Anyway, welcome back to my channel. Don't mind me, I'm just happy. I don't even know why, but welcome back to my channel. And my name is Grace. I said I am a fourth year medical student studying in Nigeria. So let's get right into this video. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about books that you guys should use. I'm going to be recommending books to pre-clinical students. Anyone that wants to enter medical school should at least know about these books, because these books are what helped me. And since I've passed through the process, who else will be better to tell you about the books if not me? Please don't mind me. I don't know why I'm so hyper. I'm just very happy. Anyway, let's get right to this video. So the first thing I want to say is that I'm not going to talk about year one, because basically year one is just like a foundation class for everybody. Everybody will do year one, both medical students, nursing students, med lab sciences, physiology, anatomy, biochemistry. Everybody's going to be in the same class in year one. Everybody's going to do the same thing in year one. So I'm not going to talk about that, because year one is just the biology, chemistry, physics, math, and communication in English. See, you guys, I'm really sorry about the sound of a thing, but I'm working on it, I promise. So I'm not going to talk about them, because they're basically a repetition of what you did in your SS3 and SS2. So let's slide them away. So for year two is basically anatomy, physiology, and biochemistry, even in year 3. And the only thing is that your year 3 will be different from your year 2, because in year 3 you're going to be talking specifically about your neuroanatomy, neurophysiology, and in biochemistry it's going to be special topics. So I'm going to recommend books that were good for me and other textbooks that some of my friends said were good for them, and I'll tell you why I said these particular ones were good for me. So, and I don't want to make this video so long. I want to make this video straight to the point. So let's just get right there. So for biochemistry, I'm going to start with biochemistry. For biochemistry, there are actually so many textbooks you can get for biochemistry. And if you want to get any textbook in biochemistry, I would advise you to get any textbook that they write for medical students, because you're a medical student and you're in medical school. So you want to get a textbook that will be recommended for medical students. You understand? Because a biochemistry textbook for a biochemistry student will go in depth into the biochemistry than a biochemistry textbook for a biochemistry textbook for a medical student that will just talk about the most important things a medical student is meant to know in biochemistry. I hope I'm not rapping and I hope I'm not talking too fast. Anyway, so the first biochemistry textbook I'm going to recommend for you people is the book of biochemistry. Is the book of biochemistry for medical students, and it is written by D.M. Vasudevan. And I love this textbook so much because it breaks down biochemistry into tiny bits. Like, it makes you understand biochemistry very well. Like, if you hate biochemistry and you read Vasudevan, you will you will be happy that you came across this textbook by Vasudevan. And it's an Indian textbook written in English anyway. It's from an Indian guy. So I like this textbook because I have been using other textbooks, and there's this textbook by I think Lenija. God, that textbook, please don't even use that textbook. That textbook, please don't even use that textbook, because that textbook is for people in masters. That textbook made me change my mind about biochemistry. Please don't even go there. I'm not even going to recommend that textbook for you, please. The second biochemistry textbook I want to recommend for you guys is Textbook of Medical Biochemistry, and it is written by M.N. Chathe Chatterjee. I'm not going to murder the name, but I'm going to put a picture here or here. So the two basic textbooks I want to talk about is the textbook for medical biochemistry by M.N. Chatterjee and the textbook of biochemistry for medical students by D.M. Vasudevan. I'll leave Vasudevan here and I'll leave the other one here. So these are the two recommended textbooks I want to tell you guys to please buy if you want to buy two textbooks. If you want to buy one, I'll recommend the Vasudevan, and you can have soft copy of this one because Vasudevan is very nice. If you don't want to have the hard copy, it's okay, you can have the soft copy of the both of them. That's if you're not a hard copy person, but me, I'm both. I like hard copy and soft copy, so I got the Vasudevan as my hard copy and also had the soft copy self. So that's it for biochemistry. Now for physiology, I had two textbooks, and I'm also going to recommend two textbooks for you guys. The one that I bought first, because I did not really know what to buy, but they said that this is the god of physiology, so I bought it, is the Guyton and Hall textbook of medical physiology, written by John E. Hall. Now this Guyton and Hall textbook is good for those that want to have a very broad view of physiology, because Guyton and Hall will tell you the whole story. It will paint a bigger picture. That's the word. It will paint a bigger picture for you to understand your physiology, and it will give you plenty story. Guyton and Hall is the story, and I understand why they call it the god of physiology, the Bible rather of physiology, because of the plenty story. So the second textbook I'm going to recommend for you, for those of you that don't want stress, that don't want the bigger picture, that want it very easy and straightforward and straight to the point, simple and stop, is the Essential of Medical Physiology by K. Sembuligam. So sorry, but I'll leave the picture here for Essential Physiology. This really helped me in preparing for my MB exam, because I wanted an overview. I didn't want a bigger picture like Guyton and Hall. I wanted an overview of the physiology, because when you're going for the MB exam, it's better to know little of everything than to know big pictures of some things that have nothing of some. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but I would prefer you to use Essential to get an overview of everything that's happening. That is for physiology. I'm going to recommend two, but if you want to use more than two, fine, but I feel like you should get these two first. This is the main one you should get. Now for anatomy, I'm going to sit on this, because for anatomy I'm going to sit on anatomy. I'm going to build a house on anatomy, because anatomy basically I've divided into like three parts. For anatomy, you need an atlas. Atlas will be your god. Atlas is going to be your direction in anatomy. Atlas is going to help you in moving forward in anatomy. It's even helping your dissection, so that you know what you're expecting when you're dissecting the cadavers. Yeah. So for the atlas, I'm going to recommend two, but I'm going to tell you the one I used. Sorry. For anatomy, you're going to need an atlas, and my recommended atlas for you is the Atlas of Human Anatomy, and it's written by Frank H. Netter. I'm going to leave the picture here. The reason I'm bringing pictures here is because I did not bring my PreClinical textbooks here since I'm here for. I wanted something new, so I'm going to use the Atlas of Human Anatomy by Frank H. Netter, and I really enjoyed the anatomy atlas because the pictures are very clear, and they have like labelings, and they have like things and nerves and blood vessels supplied to muscles, innervations. Like I really like that atlas, so I'm going to recommend it for you guys. Then the second thing I'm going to recommend for you guys is the textbook. Now the textbooks here, I had two textbooks, but I preferred using one. The textbooks I had the clinical oriented textbook for anatomy, and that is written by Keith Moore. I'll leave the picture here. It's written by Keith Moore, and I really love that textbook so much. I like the color, the pictures, the explanation. I really like that picture so much. But I know that some people do not really use that textbook like that. Another textbook that some people use, Last Anatomy. But Last Anatomy is not very oriented like this clinical oriented anatomy case more. Last anatomy is better when you're looking at a broader view, but last anatomy, I feel like it's better when you're even doing masters in anatomy than use last anatomy. But if you want to use last anatomy, there's no problem, but I feel like you should use the clinical oriented anatomy first, then I use the last anatomy second, to just look like an overview, to look for something that is not in case more, that is in last. Yeah, so that is that for the textbooks. And there are other textbooks though for anatomy, but you can also, but I feel like this is the most two important ones you should have first before getting other ones. Then the third thing in anatomy you need is a practical manual, and the practical manual you need to buy is the Cunningham's manual. You need to buy 3 of it. You have the soft copy, you have the hard copy. This Cunningham manual is divided into 3. It's divided into upper limb and lower limb. Upper limb and lower limb is in Cunningham manual volume 1. Thorax and abdomen is in Cunningham manual volume 2. Then head and neck is in Cunningham manual volume 3. So you need to get the 3 of them. But the thing about this manual is that I got mine, but I don't really use mine every day, because in dissection, one person is reading, another person is dissecting, and another person is looking at nerves or blood supply. So there's like a group work in it. So even if you have your Cunningham manual with you, someone will surely bring Cunningham manual to dissecting table. I promise you, someone will surely bring. So even if you don't want to, even if you don't have enough money to buy the Cunningham manual, you can just download it from the internet. Yeah, so that's that for my preclinical anatomy. I tried my best to make this video a very short video. I don't know if you guys noticed that I was trying to rush, but at the same time trying to be detailed. So please, I need you guys to enjoy your preclinical. That's why I am. Nobody actually told me what to buy. They just told me buy this one, buy this one, buy that one. Never give me reasons why I should buy it. So I feel like you should, take it from me. I've gone through it and I know what's going to be easy for you to do. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and I hope you guys understood what I was saying. So please subscribe.